Today is getting ready for potatoes today, and I've got my chair here, got my buckets, got my potatoes, and it's windy as all get out and kind of cold, so I'm kind of up against the house to kind of block the wind, and I'm gonna be sitting in the sun, so I'll stay warm. It's kind of chilly too. Went from 80 to 40. That's a big, oh gosh, feels like it's winter again actually. But anyway, I'm gonna show you how I cut these potatoes, and I cut them at least the day before, so it's been raining a lot. I started to cut them yesterday, and it's just the wind was blowing this way. I didn't really have a good place to get them because these potatoes, of course, are 50 pounds, kind of heavy. And so I didn't cut them yesterday, so I'm gonna cut them this morning, let them set, and then tomorrow afternoon we'll plant them. I'm actually gonna go down and run the tiller, or the tractor with the tiller, through the potato patch here in a little while, so kind of get that soil to dry up a little bit. Then tomorrow I'll till it again, then we'll plant them. And I'll show you how I plant them and all that. Got to do a little different this year since I only got one tractor. So anyway, I got 50 pounds of Kennyback, and we will usually do at least 2 different varieties. This year I'm only doing one because of cost. I could buy 50 pounds for 30 something dollars. I could buy a pound for $2 a pound. So we're just gonna go with the Kennyback. That's what my dad used to raise when he was a kid or young, and so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do one variety this year. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if I've ever grown Kennyback. Last year I grew Yukon Gold and Red Potomac, and usually those are the ones I grow. Reds, they don't keep very long. Like last year they don't. The Yukon Golds do, but they got that real yellow color to them, so I think I'm gonna try these and see what they do. All right, I'm gonna get set up, and we'll cut a couple, and I'll show you how I do it. And we'll see how long it takes to do 50 pounds, and they might have to get in their bucket, just to be honest with you. So anyway, let me get this set up. I got my old chair out here, and we'll try to stay warm. Okay, I got my sack open, and I'm gonna time these, and we'll see how long it takes. Got my bucket right here, first bucket. So this is what a seed potato looks like. It looks like a regular old potato. But you see these eyes? That's where your plant comes from. So you could, I think you can cut them down to like maybe a $50 size, but usually something like this I'll just cut in half, because I got eyes here and I got eyes here. And then I'll put them in the bucket. Now, the reason we do this the day before, I want to skin the form over this, and it kind of protects it in the ground a little bit. So I have dipped them in lime, and I have dipped them in wood ashes, and it don't seem to make no difference. This is probably the easiest way to do it. So, and like a big one like this, just depends how many eyes it's got on it. So this is a little one, something this size here, I don't usually cut. I just throw the whole thing. You can throw the whole potato in there if you want to, even the big ones, and they'll sprout. But this just saves you a little money. And I could possibly cut this one in half. I think I will now, looking at it. So you just kind of got to read it, and just kind of, I don't know if there's any right way or wrong way or whatever. So I just cut them where I can get the most out of them. So I had to save my bag because I got instructions to save out. That gal's gonna make a dress out of it or something. No, I'm just kidding. She did want it, but she's not gonna make a dress. So let's see what time it is, and it's 15 till, and get this show on the road. buckets and tanks, and that wind is fierce. Hope it ain't showing up here on the. That's why I'm right here where I am. Usually I do like to go on the porch. It's a little more comfortable. Got my little chair here though, so I can cut this one. Some of them now you can cut, you know, like several pieces. It's just whatever you want to do. Like I said, there's no right way or wrong way. So this one I am gonna get. So I'll get one here. See, I got an eye here, I got an eye here, and I got an eye here. So cut that one. I got a bunch of eyes there. So you see how that one potato I got 3 easy. I probably could even got more if I wanted to. But back with depression, probably would have got in trouble for that. This is a nice one. This is a real nice one. So let's cut it there. Let's cut it there. Yeah, super nice. Another good one. These potatoes are pretty good, actually. I have got them before when they see any eyes on them. You didn't know exactly where to cut them. I got cold here last night. I didn't put my heater on in the greenhouse, so I'd go. It's going to bed, and I've got to worry about it. So I went out last night in my PJs, my jammies, run the drop cord out there, got the heat going in my greenhouse. Everything looked good this morning. This is a nice one too. This is some really nice potatoes. I really think I do good. And these are more of a white potato too. Those kind of goes, they're pretty good, but I like this better. Yeah, see, I got 3 out of that one easy. But anyway, I hooked my heater up. Went and did my chores this morning. Everything looked good. Got tomatoes coming up. I've got broccoli and lettuce and cabbage and all that needs to be planted bad. But it's supposed to be 24 in a couple of days, so I don't think it'll hurt these potatoes. So I'm not going to plant them till a few more days, I think. But I'm ready. I'm ready to get them out of there. I got to get them out of there because I'm running out of room. I also stopped and got me I had stopped by the store yesterday and got me when I was younger, I used to get those frozen, like a burrito or something, out of the frozen section back when I was poor. Poor and single, didn't have nobody to cook for me. And I got one yesterday. I got a chimichanga. It's Senor Jose or something like that. 79 cents there on sale. Whew! I wish I hadn't got it now, because talking about hurting my stomach last night. Well, yesterday I was working on a tractor. Stomach started hurting. So it really got me yesterday afternoon. And last night I was laying there and I thought, oh, I'll not do that no more. Just gotta remember I'm 20 anymore. Anyway, I should have bought a better brand. I can't remember what that brand was I used to. I think it was El Burrito or something like that. You see them things all the time. Anyway, well, two buckets might get this. So All right, we'll get going and put this yak in. I ain't cut my finger off yet. I can hardly do two things at once. Yeah. And we'll depending on the time but I'll show you that potato patch there. Of course, this will that'll make her a pretty dress for wear at church. All right, we'll get this done and we'll come back and we'll use that 4 minutes. So we'll come back and I'll show you, see how long it takes, 50 pounds, cut them up, and look at the buttons. Alrighty, just got through the last one. It's 7 after, so it took me 15, 20, 22 minutes. 50 pounds, and that's not too bad. And I got 2 5-gallon buckets here. And I did save the bag. Aren't you proud of me? So, I'm gonna go down there and till that up. I'm not gonna bring it along. It's so windy down there. The audio will be crazy. But I'm gonna till it tomorrow anyway. So we'll show that. And can't think of anything else. Any questions I forgot? Like I said, we'll till again tomorrow. We'll lay out our hills and then we'll plant. And I think we'll fertilize at the same time. First batch, and then we'll see how it goes from there. If it gets really dry, I might do it over there. All right. So what I was thinking about too was when we was a kid and they tell that old joke, what has eyes but can't see? A potato. So I always thought that was funny. All right, so got them all in here, got them all cut. 2 5-gallon buckets. And tomorrow we'll till, lay out, plant, fertilize, cover it up, and then we'll sit the waiting game. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. seen I tilled this. I tilled it twice. Time you see me just do it now was the second time. And then we laid out the rows with a layout plow. So that kind of saves a lot of time. And I think I laid out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. I don't know exactly how many it takes, but we'll find out. We're gonna start here and work our way that way. This is why we cut them and leave them open. This right here is glass. I mean, it's pretty hard, so that's good. And it's mainly for our soil in the south. We have a lot of clay down here, so it holds water. So if this is sitting in water, it'll rot if you don't do that. If you was up north or somewhere where it's at, you know, Minnesota, where that loamy stuff, you could cut this and plant it at the same time. So, or Maine or whatever. But down here in the south, it's best to do this. And really, you know, you could dip it in that lime too. So anyway, all right, so we're gonna get to planting. We're gonna go about a foot apart. You put the cut side down. You want your eyes sticking up, and then we'll throw a little fertilizer, not on them, but kind of around them, and then we'll cover them up. All right, we're gonna get started here. Maybe 4 or 5 inches deep, and I mean, that's pretty good for us. And if you do like that, now I'll come back with a hoe and turn it over. Now this is a whole one, so we're just gonna throw it in there. All right, yeah, let me show you how we fertilize it, and we'll fast forward a little bit. But this is a 10-10, and I'm just going to put a little bit between them. You don't want to put it on them because it'll burn them roots. And when it comes up, now we'll put it fertilize a little better. We're just lightly fertilizing. So I'm not going to do a lot of fertilizer. And I got that, and let me get my hoe. You can do this with a rake too, it don't really matter. That's all there is to it. All right, boy, it's hot today. It's 3:30, so I got some help. We'll see how long it takes us to do this. 50 pounds of potatoes, and we'll come back and show you the end. We ended up with 6 rows, and it took 45 minutes for me and Allison to plant them, put them in the ground, and fertilize. And then we covered up 2.5 rows in 45 minutes, and we went and ate supper. I come back down here and finished 3.5 rows. Took me about 30 minutes. So, you know, not counting the plowing, just all that's probably what, an hour and 15 minutes. So that's not that bad for 50 pounds of potatoes. And you know, it didn't take me that long. What, 22 minutes to cut them. Took me 5 minutes to till it. 10 minutes to lay it out with the plow. And so a couple hours, 50 pounds of potatoes in the ground. I do notice that if I went deeper on that plow, it was easier to cover up. So I need to remember that from now on. A couple places I tried it, and it's kind of, I went about that deep. And then some places I went just about, you know, not as deep as it'll go, but the shank of the plow or the front of the plow, whatever, which is about that deep. And the time it fills in, you get about that deep, and it makes it easy to cover up. So need to remember that. Of course I won't. You only do this once a year, so I won't remember that. But 50 pounds of Kennyback. Now when they come up, now I just put, I bet I didn't use 5 pounds of fertilizer. I mean, I just lightly went between the you know, the potatoes. So I give them a little start, and then when they come up, and we'll fertilize them pretty heavy then and hill them a couple of times. And I've got a hiller that goes on the back of the tractor we do that with, so we'll see how that goes. All right, 2026 potatoes in the ground. All we got to do now is wait, and hopefully about, what, May, June, July, sometime in there, we'll have some potatoes. Appreciate you watching. Give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Share with your family and friends. Help our channel grow. Support your local farmer. We'll see you down here in the farm in the next video.